Crystal Reports for Enterprise introduces a number of new features in the 4.0 Feature Pack 3 release, including support for a wider range of data sources, better support for SAP BW and hierarchies, new application programming interfaces, new BI platform features, improvements to visualizations and viewers, and online report templates. In this tutorial, you will review the new features in Crystal Reports for Enterprise. The Feature Pack 3 release introduces two new APIs for embedding content into web-based applications for both Crystal Reports 2011 and Crystal Reports for Enterprise. The Crystal Reports RESTful Web Services API with Open Data Protocol allows you to embed report content via any HTTP web-capable programming language. This API enables you to export a report to a number of different file types, retrieve report metadata, get rows of data and calculations, push rows of data to reports, get and set report parameters, and retrieve data in the XML or JavaScript object notation format. The new JavaScript API enables you to embed content via server-side JavaScript, and requires no client-side installation or deployment. Crystal Reports references a JavaScript seed file that is deployed with the server, and which renders the report in the customizable HTML viewer UI. You can access the RESTful Web Services and JavaScript API developer guides at help.sap.com/POBIP. Crystal Reports for Enterprise now features a collection of online report templates that you can map to your own data sources and use as a starting point for your own reports. Refer to the Map a Report or Report Template to a Data Source tutorial for details. You can create reports based directly on unmodeled data. Supported data sources include generic ODBC, JDBC, OLEDB, Oracle, MySQL, DB2, Microsoft SQL Server, Microsoft Access, Microsoft Excel, Sybase, Teradata, and SAP HANA via JDBC. Note that unlike in Crystal Reports 2011 or earlier releases, reports that run on the BI platform utilize shared data connections, rather than having the connection information stored in each report. Refer to the Create a Report based on an unmodeled relational data source tutorial for details. There are a number of SAP BW and BAX query improvements. You can configure variables at design time for better control of values in SAP prompts. Refer to the Work with Hierarchy and Hierarchy Node Variables in BAX Queries tutorial for details. You can perform level-based member selection, or prompt for member selection at runtime. Refer to the Perform Level or Prompt-based member selection tutorial for details. You can leverage the scaling factor from BAX queries for local calculations. Refer to the Work with Scaled Values in BAX Queries tutorial for details. With the Insight to Action framework on the BI platform, you can bind SAP report-to-report interface actions to report objects when creating reports based on BAX queries. Invoking an available action on a field passes data from the report. Refer to the Bind SAP BAX report-to-report interface actions to report objects tutorial for details. Crystal Reports for Enterprise now features 3 new chart types, each of which is drillable. The Tag Cloud chart displays a cloud of dimensions, with the font size reflecting the measure value. The Tree Map chart uses the size and color of a box to indicate the importance of a dimension in relation to the data set being displayed. The Box Plot chart shows 5 data points at once, and includes outliers, minimum and maximum values, percentiles, the median, and upper and lower quartiles. You can connect to SAP ERP via pre-authored Common Semantic Layer universes. This provides a quicker time to value for SAP ERP customers that do not use a data warehouse. You can model ABAP functions, info sets, and info set queries in the Common Semantic Layer. You can also report on S-based data via pre-authored Common Semantic Layer universes. The Crystal Reports Viewer UI features continuous scrolling, rather than paging through report content, and breadcrumb navigation rather than tabs to show drilling paths. The history of drills is saved in the viewer. The viewer also features a new Find panel. You have successfully reviewed the new features in Crystal Reports for Enterprise 4.0 Feature Pack 3. This is the end of the tutorial.